this video, we'll learn what wireless networks are, the types of wireless attacks that are carried out, and the security controls that have to be carried out in order to mitigate risk. To begin with, what are wireless networks? They are computer networks that are connected by radio waves. They are called wireless networks. They generally use radio waves for communication between the network nodes. They allow devices to be connected to the network while roaming around within the network coverage area. Wireless attacks. Wireless networks are designed for easy setup. However, there's a problem. It comes at a cost of reduced security. Such attacks carried out on these wireless networks, they are commonly known as wireless attacks. Intrusion and penetration in the business network can pose a serious threat to the organization. Wireless attacks aim to steal confidential information being sent over throughout the network. To prevent or minimize the risk of wireless attacks, we can make use of the following countermeasures: encryption, setting up WPA3 authentication, use of antivirus, changing the default password, and turning off the SSID. Secure remote access. Now, what is secure remote access? Secure remote access is a method for connecting remote users securely to a corporate network. It includes VPN technology, which authenticates the users or devices by confirming that they meet certain requirements before they connect to the network remotely. Now we'll be learning more about the VPN. A virtual private network is an encrypted connection or tunnel connecting your device to the internet. A VPN encrypts your internet traffic to prevent threat actors from eavesdropping and gathering information from the network. Now, what is a VPN tunnel? A tunnel, it's the encrypted connection a VPN establishes between your device and the secure server, that the traffic on the virtual network can be sent securely across the internet. VPN traffic from a device such as a computer or smartphone is encrypted as it travels through the VPN tunnel. Why use a VPN in the first place? VPNs are a cost-effective way to connect remote users to organizational network in a secure manner, while simultaneously improving this network connectivity speeds. So you get better security and better network connectivity by using a VPN. With VPNs, businesses can use high bandwidth third-party internet access instead of expensive, dedicated wide area network links. Now there's different types of virtual private networks. Primarily there's two types: remote access VPN and site-to-site VPN. There's two subsets for it: intranet VPN and extranet VPN. We'll learn about the remote access VPN. It allows a user to connect to a private network and access all its services and resources remotely via the internet. The connection between the user and the private network occurs through the internet, and the connection is secure and private. Whereas in a site-to-site VPN, it's usually used in large companies or organizations with branch offices in different locations. Such organizations use site-to-site VPN to connect the network of one office location to the network at the another office location, the intranet-based VPN. When several offices of the same company are connected using site-to-site VPN time, it's called as intranet-based VPN. Only the organization's offices are connected in this network. There are no outsiders. Whereas in an extranet-based VPN, when companies use site-to-site VPN to connect to the office of another company, here they use site-to-site VPN to connect with an outside external organization. It's called as extranet-based VPN. Now we'll be discussing about the Bluetooth technology. Bluetooth is the wireless standard technology used for transmitting data over short distances. It uses radio waves for communication. The transfer speed is 2.4 GHz and the range required for a Bluetooth transfer is somewhere around 10 to 30 meters. And there's different types of Bluetooth attacks carried out. There's three types of Bluetooth attacks: bluejacking, bluesnarfing, and bluebugging. Bluejacking, it's the most common form of Bluetooth hacking. This happens when a hacker searches for discoverable devices in the area 10 to 30 meter radius and then sends spam in the form of text messages to devices. It was once used to mainly prank people in the past when mobile devices came with Bluetooth that was automatically set to discoverable. Bluejacking is used for spam messaging, and the hackers who use this do it to frustrate others or spread a message. The method does not give hackers access to your phone or the information on it. Here, the hacker doesn't gain control of your device but spams you. Moving on, blue snarfing attack. In a blue snarfing attack, a cyber criminal or hacker gains access to a victim's phone data. This is only achievable if the targeted phone has Bluetooth turned on and set to discoverable. To carry out such an attack, a hacker connects their phone to the victim's phone, allowing the hacker to access and retrieve data from the linked phone. This is usually done with a tool like blue diving, which detects vulnerabilities in surrounding devices. Blue bugging. If a hacker blue bugs your phone, they gain total access and control of your device. This allows them to access all the information, including the device, photos, apps, contacts, and so on. Blue bugging can happen when your device is left in the discoverable state. From here, hackers gain access to your phone at the same point they do when performing bluejacks. However, this is a much harder form of hacking than blue snarfing and bluejacking. Although this is only feasible on older phones with outdated firmware, newer smartphones and their owners are less likely to have this happen to them because of the constant updates mobile operating systems receive. Now there's a Bluetooth vulnerability called Blueborn. Blueborn is an attack virus that spreads through the air and gets into a device via Bluetooth, and then they can take full control of this device. The targeted device does not need to be paired to the attacker's device or even to be set on discoverable mode. If your Bluetooth is on and you are in the vicinity of already infected device, then the attack virus will easily get transferred to your device without asking for any permission. This happens even if your device isn't set to discoverable, but still the Bluetooth is open to other devices. This virus needs zero human interaction and no internet connection. Now, how to counter these Bluetooth attacks? To begin with, change default pins of your devices and do not leave your devices in discovery mode unnecessarily. Turn off Bluetooth when you aren't using it and make sure your device firmware is up to date. Now we'll be discussing about the RFID technology, radio frequency identification. It uses radio waves to read information stored on a tag attached to an object. RFID refers to a wireless system comprised of two components, tags and readers. The reader is a device that has one or more antennas. They emit radio waves and receive signal back from this RFID tag. And the tags use radio waves to communicate their identity and other information to nearby readers. These readers can be passive or active. Passive RFID tags are powered by the reader and does not have a battery. Active RFID tags are powered by batteries. Now, what's the use of the RFID? RFID technologies include the following applications. You can use the RFID tags for inventory control, equipment tracking, personal tracking, and providing data for electronic record systems. NFC, Near Field Communication. NFC, it's a subset of RFID. The key distinction between RFID and NFC lies in their transmission ranges. Near field communication is based on RFID technology but has a much lower transmission range, whereas RFID technology has a lot of range. NFC can be used for data exchange, mobile payments, quick device pairing, and home automation. Network security controls. Network-based security or protection is a process of preventing unauthorized access to the network. Network security controls protects the IT infrastructure from unauthorized access, email spoofing, denial of service attacks, trojans, and other malwares. And there's different types of network attacks. and they can be categorized as follows. Active attack. In an active attack, threat agent initiates and executes commands to disrupt the network's day-to-day operations. The idea is to sabotage their operations. Whereas in a passive attack, threat agent intercepts the data traveling through a network without disrupting the network's day-to-day operation. In a passive attack, the hackers, they try not to get caught. Firewall. What is this firewall? A firewall is a network security device that monitors the incoming and outgoing network traffic. And this firewall decides whether to allow this specific traffic or to block it. Based on a defined set of security rules it has to follow. Firewall applies these rules to control the traffic flowing in and out of the network. It only allows authorized users to access the network and prevents hackers from accessing the network by denying access to unauthorized devices and suspicious traffic. Now we'll be discussing about the web application firewall. It monitors and filters the network traffic and blocks HTTP traffic. HTTP isn't secure. If you're using HTTP protocol, the attacker, he can simply read everything you do online. HTTPS is a secure protocol. This way your traffic is encrypted. Use HTTPS. And then web application firewall, it prevents attacks from web application security flaws. Intrusion detection system. It's also known as IDS in short. It's used to monitor network traffic for suspicious and odd behavior. It's used alongside firewalls in order to boost the security. IDS, it continuously operates in the background and alerts the admin if suspicious activity is detected. There's different types of IDS, network-based and host-based. In host-based IDS, the intrusion detection system, it's installed on the device. Whereas in network-based IDS, it's more of an online packet sniffer. IDS components. It consists of a sensor to collect the data packets, analyzer to receive input from these sensors, and analyze this data from sensors to see if there's an intrusion. And then the admin console where the analyzer alerts the admin, and the user interface to access the IDS and monitor the alerts. Intrusion prevention system. It's similar to IDS, but instead of merely detecting the intrusion attempt and alerting the network security department, it also blocks the attack and protects the IT infrastructure by preventing such attacks. Honeypots. Honeypots are bait. Honeypots are a sacrificial computer system that's intended to attract cyber attacks. It sticks out like an open target. It's a decoy. It mimics a target for hackers and uses their intrusion attempts to gain information about the cyber criminals and use this data to come up with a better network security policy. They study the way the intruders are operating to distract them from their other targets and come up with an effective strategy. Network access control. It's the process of controlling access to the network by strictly following and implementing a security policy. Now, what are the goals of network access control? It's to prevent and reduce the number of cyber attacks. It's to enforce security policy throughout the network and creating and using identities to perform access control. UTM, Unified Threat Management. UTM combines several key elements of network security in order to offer a security bundle or package to buyers. What are the goals of UTM? First, it's all about simplicity, making it easier for the organizational users to handle network security with ease. It's about offering a centralized control, and it has to be streamlined. The installation and maintenance should be pretty easy to do. That's the overall goal of Unified Threat Management.